Oh. All right. Testing. Sound is good. All right. Wait for a few people to join. I wanted to let you guys know right off the bat, I'm going to be moving the time when I do my lives to 1 hour later. So now it's 7 p.m. Central Time. I'm going to move it to 8 p.m. Central Time starting on Friday. And I'm going to be going live Monday and Fridays, not Wednesdays anymore. So 2 days a week at 8 p.m. Central Time. And I'm probably going to put that in the description of the video or something. But that is our new schedule. So an hour later on Friday. Okay, but let's get into the market. Wait for a few more people to join. Hold on a second. Get some music going. All right, let's get into the markets because Bitcoin did have a bounce today. A pretty nice bounce at that. The 12-hour chart is currently saying we are bullish on the Ghana fans. And it called that right around $33,000. So we'll see what happens, but I would say this is looking good. I did say early in the video I thought this was a dead cat bounce, but I still think it could be. I'm hoping it's not, but until we're above $40,000, I'm not going to believe that this bounce is a legitimate bounce because this could just be a dead cat bounce or a relief rally. That's another term for it. I'm hoping it's legitimate, but if it is legitimate, we need to get back above 37K and then 40K. And pretty much at 37K, I don't want to say it was a rejection, but you kind of did get rejected there on this, 37K didn't hold. So what was the top? We went up to, recently, the recent top on Bitcoin was $37,589. That was pretty much the top a few hours ago. And since then, you're in a downtrend. Now, if you make a higher low, if we go back to the 12-hour chart, I'll go to the 6-hour chart. If you make a higher low, if the next time you make a low point is above $33,100, say it's like 34K or something, I would say that's, a higher low that's bullish. And then you could say that maybe that is the bottom there at $32,900. But until you make a higher low, I would say above 33.5 or 34,000. We can't say that the downtrend is over yet because this could have just been a relief rally. So just keep that in mind. I don't think we're in the clear whatsoever on Bitcoin. Now, I would say this. If you get above 40K, close a daily candle above it. And if you make a higher low, of course, and I would say, okay, maybe the downtrend is over and the low point was $32,917. And if you go to the 3-day chart, that'd be a higher low from last time we bottomed on the last capitulation, which was around the 21st of July last year, which the low point was $28,500. But that is when you look at the 3-day time frame. So I would say we're definitely not in the clear yet, but it was a nice bounce so far, but I'm hoping it's just not a relief rally because that would mean we're going to probably go down to 30,000 again. All right, so moving on to Jasmine. If you guys want to see any coins, let me know in the comments. And otherwise, I'm going to go on to Jasmine and then Elon 1, and then we'll go from there. All right, so Jasmine is currently at 4.8. This is on life support. I would say if you lose 4 cents on the Coinbase chart, make a new all-time low on the Coinbase chart, I would have to say crypto's in a bear market. Not just a short-term one like we had in May, but a long-term one. Because coins like Jasmine, some of the top coins can't be losing a certain price and still be bullish for this year. So I talked about this in my first video I made today as well. So if you guys didn't watch that, I recommend you go do that. Talked about Bitcoin, Jasmine, and a bunch of other altcoins. But yeah, I would say Jasmine cannot lose 4 cents and still be bullish for this year. Right now, it's on life support. And the next target to the upside is going to be that resistance level at 7.2 cents. If you get above that, you have the 236 fib up here at basically 10 cents, we'll call it. And if you're above 10 cents, and I would say if you close a daily candle above 10 cents, then Jasmine probably did put in the low. But until then, I would say that's not the case. And that's 100+% move to the upside. So I don't expect that anytime soon unless Bitcoin rallies back to 42,000 or at least 40,000. If that happens, then maybe this would go close to 5 or 6 cents. 6 cents, I'll say. All right, so that's kind of all I got on Jasmine. How's it going, Mike guy? XRP opinion. I can look at the charts until they figure out the lawsuit, which has been going on forever now, probably a year. Hasn't it been a year? So XRP, I like XRP if crypto's not in a bear market. My opinions on Gala, I think the market cap's really high. It still has potential, but I think there's other coins that probably have more potential. But if you want to be safe, yeah, buy Gala. I like it overall. I don't know, So, anyways, Jasmine's dead. I would agree with that. I mean, it's down what, like almost 90% from the all-time high. All right. So, Elon won. That's what my next coin I was getting to. So I'm gonna refresh the charts. So it says right now the price is 15.77, but okay, so that's accurate with CoinGecko. CoinGecko says 15.6, but that's pretty close. So that's the price right now. They said they're going to launch the marketplace within 7 days of today, because that'd be the end of the month in 7 days. So that's when they said they're going to launch it. I hope to God we actually launch in 7 days, because if not, I think we do this time. But we'll see what happens. It's been delayed a lot of times in the past, so I guess it remains a waiting game to see if they launch it. I think they do, but I've been wrong in the past. I can be wrong again. All right, so according to Etherscan, computer's loading. Give it a second. So this basically shows all the updates Astro is making to the marketplace. So he's made a few today. Nothing, nothing crazy to look at, but just I wanted to see if he was still making updates to the marketplace, which he is. So I'm hoping it's ready to go or very close to ready, because if it's not ready by the end of the month, it's going to be. I think there's going to be a lot of FUD going on with this project. Fear and Greed Index is at 12. I believe the other day was at 11 though. So pretty low on that. I don't think you can really go much lower unless Bitcoin crashed down to 30K. I guess it could go lower if Bitcoin did that, but I would say you want to buy an Extreme Fear. That's when you make the most money, if you can hold it for a long time. So that's crypto overall though. All right. So let me check. Yes. VA, I don't know what that means. VA rent, crypto.com and STX, please. All right, I'll look at those. All right, so crypto.com is currently at 37 cents. So let me look at the daily chart. Yeah, so the daily chart, we did have to adjust the fibs a little bit. They weren't completely accurate. I'm not going to use the wicks. So if you don't use the wicks, the 236 fib is currently at 47 cents. The 618 to be bullish on the daily time frame, you have to be about 67 cents. That's a long ways away. But I'm going to get rid of these drawings. And I would say overall, obviously this is until Bitcoin gets back above 40,000 or especially 42,000. None of these coins are very bullish. The next target to the downside would probably be 30 cents. Would be the next target to the downside. Targets to the upside would be this 236 fib up here at 47 cents. And if you're using the wicks, that would be the 236 fib would then be at, we'll call it 50 cents. So 50 cents is really the next target to the upside, and to the downside, your next target is 30 cents. If I go to the smaller time frames, it's saying the Gone fans are at least saying on a 6-hour chart that we probably bottomed right here at 32 cents, but that's only going to be the case if Bitcoin doesn't make a new low. So the other coin was STX, which I don't think I've heard of before. Maybe I have. It's a new coin on Coinbase, maybe. It has to be. So that's not going to help. But that Coinbase chart is not going to help us very much. I have looked at it though on the Binance chart. So if we go to the 3-day time frame, oh my God, it had a capitulation down. What is it? It's down 4%. In the last 10 minutes, it's down 4%. Well, that's a free fall. Let me go to the daily chart, not the 3-day chart. All right, so on the daily chart, it's looking like I drew support at $1.10. That is your next support to the downside, which is still a ways away. It's in a complete capitulation down. It looks very bad. Just from looking at the chart, the 12-hour chart is in a downtrend. It's saying the Gone fans at the 6-hour are probably at a bottom, but you're not at support, so I wouldn't trust that just yet. I think $1 to $1.10 is still on the table for whatever the shitcoin is, because I'm pretty sure it's a complete shitcoin with probably no market cap. But hey, if it's on Coinbase, maybe it has something to it. But anyways, so overall, let me look at the MACD on this. So the 6-hour MACD looks like it's probably about to reverse. The 12-hour MACD is reversing. The daily MACD has not reversed yet, but it's probably getting close. Yeah, I would say the daily MACD is extremely close to reversing. Yeah, I would say that's extremely close to reversing. The 3-day chart, MACD, I would say this low key though looks really good because even though your support's not till $1.10, you're at $1.30. The MACD looks really bullish and looks like that's about to reverse. So, but I still wouldn't buy this just yet because you'd be buying a falling knife. It's down, what, 4% in the last 10 minutes. So just be extremely careful. I would watch it. I would say it's a wait and see. I would say if it gets to $1.10, that's a buy. But until then, if it stays around $1.30 for a day or two, then maybe you would get in, but just wait and see what happens. If I go back to the 3-day chart and do the fibs on this, from $2.56, because I'm not going to use the wicks, all the way to the last daily candle close, which was just a few minutes ago at $1.35. So I'm using this from $2.64, $2.65 to $1.30. The 236 fib would be to be bullish again on the smaller time frame, so you'd have to get above $1.66, and that's where you have to get above. And if you could get above that, I would say the bottom is probably in. And target to the downside below $1.10 would be $1.01. So we'll call it $1 officially. So that's your analysis on XTX. I would say right now it's not a buy, but maybe getting close to a buy if it goes a little bit lower. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, CFGMC. All right, so with that being said, oh, if you guys just joined, I wanted to let you guys know I'm going to start going live Mondays and Fridays, 8 p.m. Central Time, so an hour later than this stream. It's going to work better with my schedule, so that's my new schedule. We used to do 8 p.m., and then I switched to 7, so I'm switching it back now. But yeah, that's kind of my plan. If you guys have any other requests, let me know. Otherwise, I'm brutal. You're crying like... Okay, I'm not sure what that means, Dylan, but okay. All right. All right, what I feel like I'm missing something, but maybe not. That might be it. Yeah, that might be it. Let me see how the 15 minutes look on Bitcoin. 15 minutes still looks decent on Bitcoin. I would say 50 minutes on Bitcoin, it looks like you could reverse it once you get down to $36,000. So I would say Bitcoin, I'm hoping this isn't a relief rally, because if it isn't, then the 50-minute on Bitcoin actually looks good for another rally up. Not saying it's going to make a new high above 37.8, but... or 37.6, I mean. But overall, the 15-minute on the MACD looks good, and the GON fans still look bullish. I would say 15-minute on Bitcoin looks bullish right now, but yeah. So that gives me some hope that this is more than just a relief rally. This could actually be something. We'll see, though. So that's kind of all I got. How's it going, Kelsey? ALCX, and just want to come and chill? Yeah. All for it. All right, so ALCX. Let's go look at it. What is this? Is this a new one on... Wait. Another shitcoin on Coinbase? I'll use a Binance one. That has no data too. Is this a brand new coin? It might be. So we'll use the Coinbase chart. There's really no data. It's going straight down. This chart looks just like ICP did when it came out. I mean, it came out the 16th of November, 2 months ago almost, and it's gone straight down every single day. I will say this. Well, that's not true. I take that back. Okay, I take that back. I did not want to do that. So I take that back. You actually got a really good bounce off of $185, $180 we'll call it. You had a rally all the way up to $420, so that's actually a really good rally. So if we want to do this, I'll use the wicks on this. Yeah, that's it. That's decent. All right, so if you want to be bullish again and say the low is probably in, you have to get back above 220 bucks, and your next target to the downside to go lower would be $92, which is a hell of a dump. So, but I have no price data to go below that. I don't know if it's a brand new coin or what, if there's price history below 100 bucks, but that's technically the next move to the downside if you lose 100 bucks or wherever we're at now. Yeah, and it's gonna be even lower if you don't use the wicks. So with this, I mean, yeah, I don't have enough data on this to really tell you more about it. Yeah, this chart looks like absolute garbage. I mean, like I said, you got a really nice bounce around the 18th of December all the way up to $418, but beyond that, it doesn't look good. So, and you made a new low below that $175 level. So I would say you made a lower low. This chart is not bullish at all, and I would not be touching it. But I know that's just by looking at the chart. I don't know anything about it, but from the chart, it doesn't look good. The daily MACD does look like it's reversing the upside. The 3-day definitely doesn't have enough data. The 12-hour is reversing. 6-hour, it has some momentum, but overall, it doesn't look great. I'm sure you're going to probably have some sort of relief rally, but I just don't know what that would look like. Yeah, so it doesn't look great. That's all I'm going to say. Cody? Sure, we'll look at Cody. What does Cody look like? 3-day. 3-day chart. All right, so Cody on the 3-day chart. We haven't looked at this in a long time. I'll use it from the last daily close, which was a 18 minutes ago now at 26 cents, we'll call it. And I'm going to go up to no wicks. If I don't use the wicks, we're going up to 61 cents. 62 cents, we'll call it. Okay, so I'm going to have to redo the fibs. I didn't do that right. I don't know what I did wrong, but that's not going to be it. All right, so the 618 is all the way up here at 48 cents. If you use the wicks, it's probably close to 50 cents. If you want to be bullish and on the smaller time frames and probably say bottom is in, you'd have to get above 35 cents and close the daily candle above it. If you do that, you can probably say the bottom was in around 22 cents earlier today or yesterday. And so that's kind of how that's looking. Let me go to the MACD on the 6-hour chart. 6-hour chart has bullish momentum, or it's about to have bullish momentum. 12-hour chart is trying to get some bullish momentum. The daily chart, not bullish yet. It's still negative, but it looks like you're probably really close to a reversal on the daily MACD. The 3-day probably doesn't have enough data. It does. Okay, never mind. And it's reversing to the upside a little bit. I would say overall MACD on the bigger time frames look pretty good for Cody. But I just don't know where the next stop is because you made a lower low from here. So I don't think the downtrend is over yet unless Bitcoin rallies to 40 plus K. Then maybe this will reverse as well. But overall, this looks like it's still in a downtrend on the daily chart. So Cody doesn't really look great. MACD looks good, but we have to figure out where the bottom is. Until you get a strong bounce, I don't think the bottom is in. Appreciate the follow, Ellie. Algo. Let's look at Algo. Algo. My gosh. I need to probably clear up this Algo chart a little bit. Okay, so the 236 on Algo is at $1.26. I had resistance at $1.30. I really need to clean this chart up though. Yeah, oh my god. Algo fell off a cliff yesterday. Well, so yesterday's candle went from $1.30 all the way down to $1.04. So what is that? A 30+% drop yesterday? Holy shit. This is why the bear markets are so awesome and the capitulations are so awesome in the bear market, because you can be buying these coins on absolute discounts, and then if they rally so easily in the bull markets. I mean, I know that there's still a lot more downside that could come, but the bear markets and capitulations is where you get the best prices, and that's where you make the most money. And that's why they say you want to buy when there's fear in the market and you want to sell when there's greed in the market. That's why I use a crypto fear and greed index. This thing fell off 30% yesterday, and it's continuing to go lower today. Well, I shouldn't say that. It went down to 81 cents. So yeah. So previous support, we did have previous support at 87 cents. You're kind of holding that right now. If you don't hold it, which it looks like you, yeah, I don't know. If you don't hold it, your next stop is 75 cents, which you got close to the other day on algo. So I would say at some point you're going to have a relief rally on algo. It's just a question of when. And if Bitcoin goes to 30K, it's going to go way lower. If Bitcoin can rally back to 40K, then obviously this is probably going to go back up again above $1. But overall, algo right now, I would say algo is a buy. I mean, it's risky because if we're in a bear market, it's risky, right? So, but algo, if you believe we're still in a bull market, and if you're still bullish for the rest of this year, I would say algo is definitely a buy. 87 cents and lower, especially at 75 cents. 75 cents might be the safe place to get in. So that might be where I would get in on algo, 75 cents and lower. But the next stop below 75 cents would be 66 cents. Kelsey said, helping for a pump with the Super Bowl. Yes, that'd be awesome. Can you look at Keep? Yes, I will, Craig. And Ellie says H bar, bought it yesterday at 90 cents. Algo at 90 cents. That was probably a good buy if you're talking about algo. So let me look at Keep really quick. Move this a little bit. All right, so Keep on the daily time frame. If you don't use the wicks. All right, the 618 on Keep is currently at 77 cents. That's if you don't use the wicks. If you get about 55 cents, close the daily candle above it. I do believe you've probably bottomed. I don't think that happens for a while. If you do want to use the wicks on the fibs, which I usually don't like to do, but I'll do it for people that do, the 618 would then be at 94 cents, and the 236 would be at 58 cents. So, but I don't like doing that. Yeah, so Keep, let me go to the 6-hour chart. 6-hour chart on the Gone fans look bullish. The 12-hour chart still in a downtrend. But that, I don't know. I think the Gone fans on the 6-hour chart and higher time frames are usually pretty accurate. So the 6-hour chart on the MACD is turning bullish. The 12-hour chart is about to turn bullish. The daily chart is trying to get some momentum to the upside, but it's still negative. But it looks like you're probably at a bottom on the MACD, which means the price is probably about to reverse on Keep. And the 3-day chart is still negative, but it's at an all-time negative, at least according to this chart. So I would say MACD is about to say... So here's what I'm gathering from a lot of these coins. A lot of these coins on the MACDs are really low. The RSIs are really low, which means I don't know how much lower crypto can go, at least with now. I don't think most cryptos can go much lower without having some sort of relief rally. Fear and greed... The Fear and Greed Index is at a 12, which is very low. So I think Bitcoin and crypto overall has some sort of bounce, even if we're in a bear market, which I'm hesitant to say. But if we are, then I think even if you are going to go lower long term for the rest of this year, I still think there's going to be some major relief rally, especially on the altcoins, in the next week or so, because the MACDs and the RSIs on all these coins are extremely low. I mean, some of these alts dropped 30% in the last few days, so... There's going to be some sort of bounce. It's just a matter of when. All right. So, and then the other coin was, am I bullish on Near? I mean, I don't know anything about it, but I'll look at the chart. So, yeah, Near. I would say Near. I'm just going to tell you right now. The Gone fans on the daily chart just when it rallied the other day, just above $20. It it turned bearish on the Gone fans. If you're on YouTube, you can see that. But when the Gone fans on such a big time frame like the daily chart turn bearish or bullish, that means it's going to crash like crazy, and that's what happened. You went down to $10, and you're still going lower. So near, I don't know anything about it, but the chart looks like absolute garbage. But obviously, you had a good rally. So, I mean, a long time ago it was at $1.70. I don't know. It had a really good rally last year. I'll say that. So long term, I'm probably bullish on it because the chart long term looks really good, but the recent chart looks pretty bad. And if I try to draw out support and resistance, obviously $20 is major resistance because you had a major crash off of it. You had a local high at $7.42 on the 11th of March on the last year. And then you held that as support around the 25th of September. And then again on the 3rd of December before you went parabolic here, or at least up over 100%, moved to $20, and now you're going back lower. So the next target, I would look for near $7.42 to the downside. If I take my fibs all the way down to $7.42, say that's where we go, there's going to be the 236 fib at $10 basically. So they're at $10 that might actually hold a support too. But near right now is a buy below. I would say buy, not financial advice, but personally, if I loved near if I liked the coin and I knew more about it, I would say near at $10.10 is a buy, and especially at $7.40 is an absolute buy there. So I would say if you get to 740, get a strong bounce and then bullish again on it. But short term, I still think there could be a little more downside. But long term, I'm sure it'll be fine, especially if Bitcoin makes a new all-time high later this year, which I still think is very possible. Did Elon start minting Elon 1? No, they're supposed to do it at the end of this month. I'm crossing my fingers that happens because it's by far my biggest investment. I can't wait any longer. I have so many of my family members in Elon 1. It has to go. It just has to happen. My brother's in it. My dad's in it. My friends are in it. My Telegram chat's in it. A lot of them are heavily invested. So it needs to mint. And when it mints, it's going to go parabolic because it's the first of its kind, first marketplace of its kind with no gas fees on the Ethereum blockchain. So it's going to go crazy. So right now the market cap on Elon 1 is $10 million. Their goal by the end of this year is $1 billion market cap, which sounds crazy, but if they actually launch, I think that happens. So right now I'm preparing for what's going to happen with it, and I already have my plans to get out. I have my plans of when I'm going to get my initial investment out, and then after that, I haven't decided what I'm going to sell or what I'm going to keep. But I'm very excited for what's going to happen because I think it's going to change a lot of people's lives. All right. Yeah, so Nicholas, Elon 1, so I just went over that. Very bullish on Elon 1. Like, I cannot stress it enough. I mean, I'm so excited for what's going to happen in the next 7 days if we actually launch. I mean, guys, look at this chart, okay? On the 27th of October, when there was bullish news on Elon 1, it did an 8x in 4 days. That's going to happen times 2 or 3 whenever we start minting and when the marketplace is out. And you earn 2% redistributions by holding it whenever there's a transaction. If the volume increases like it did last time we pumped when it was in the 3 or 4 millions, you make some good money every day, especially if you hold a few hundred million coins. So I'm not going to rant on it too much, but I'm very bullish on Elon 1. So Chili's pumped for the Super Bowl, maybe. I don't know anything about that. How about CHR? The circulating supply is high, though. Let me look at it. It's loading. All right. So it's at a rally. It was at 1 penny and then maybe below. It was at 1 to 2 cents 2 years ago. Now it's at 50 cents, and the all-time high was $1.40. Wow. So this coin did over 100x in a year and a half. That's what is the market cap on CHR? That's what I'm going to look up. Market cap is $286 million, so it's actually relatively low. All right, so if you go to the last place you had support at, which was 46 cents, 45 cents, the 236 fib would be at 70 cents, we'll call it. If you're above that, you're bullish. If you're below it, you're not bullish. And the 618 to be really bullish on the daily time frame is a buck, is basically $1. Yep. That's kind of it. We go back to the 3-day chart. Yeah, so I would say a 50 cents is going to be major support, which is where you're at right now. You had a local high at 85 cents, so that's resistance, and obviously a $1.40 is major resistance as well. 14 cents, 15 cents is definitely some strong support, as is yeah. So I would say this is fine. You have to hold. If you don't hold 50 cents, you're going to come down probably to this local low at 46 cents. So not much lower. If you don't hold 46 cents, you're going to come down to 40 cents. So I actually think if you don't hold 50 cents, you go straight to 40 cents. I don't think there's any stopping, probably at 46. So, but the market cap is pretty low, so has potential if crypto can reverse here. Where to buy Elon 1? So it depends on how much you want to buy. If you want to buy a lot, if you want to buy a lot, Uniswap 1 inch you can buy it there. If you want to buy just a few $100 of it, you can go over to hotbit.com, which is like a Japanese exchange, I think. But the problem with that is there's low volume. So if you only buy a few $100, that's fine. But also if you keep it on Hotbit, which I don't recommend because then you don't get the 2% redistributions. If you're going to buy a few $1,000s of it, you're going to have to pay the gas fees. If you buy it on Hotbit and then want to send it to Coinbase Wallet to get the redistributions and everything, and you want to hold it for a while, you're going to have to pay like a $70 fee anyway to send it over. So I would just recommend paying the $100 gas fee on the Ethereum blockchain and doing it that way. So you can buy it on Uniswap. And if you guys search YouTube videos on how to buy Elon 1, I know they made a few YouTube videos. Or you can join the Telegram, which you can find in, if you join my Telegram, I'll send you the Telegram. Or you can just search Elon 1 and DEX tools and it will be up there too. So Uniswap is where you buy it. So you got to pay the gas fees, unfortunately. All right. Guys, if you're just joining, I wanted to tell you guys I'm going live Mondays and Fridays now, 8 p.m. Central Time, so an hour later than normal or than what we've been doing for a while, but that's just going to work better with my schedule. Yeah. So, that's all I got, guys. Thanks, guys, for joining. I'll see you guys Fridays, 8 p.m. Central Time. Thanks, guys, for joining. I'm going to end the stream now, and I'll see you guys on Friday. Trade safe, and hopefully crypto can start going up, and hopefully this is not just a dead cat bounce or a relief rally. Until then, trade safe, and best of luck to you guys.